Hello and welcome. I am that one strange guy, and this is LEGO Transformers Animated Prowl. Now, Prowl here is my first ever animated build. I've always been a massive fan of the show, and I finally wanted to tackle one of my favourite characters. Prowl was a personal standout for me in the show, along with Ratchet. I found those characters to be weirdly awesome. However, I think I may have found the reason why no one has made many animated LEGO builds. Because the proportions in the show are absolutely crazy.
What's wrong with your face?
A lot of the animated characters have recently been introduced in the Legacy line, which is focusing on making them a bit more modern. There's not a whole lot to say for Prowl's motorcycle mode. The wheels are slightly too thick, but that's just because of how the transformation works. It's not 100% accurate to the show. Some of the shaping is a little bit off. However, I'm still very pleased with how he looks. I'm pretty sure this guy is the first motorbike that I've made on this channel, and I'm quite happy with how he's turned out. He only really has two issues whilst he's in that mode. Issue 1 being the wheels don't actually move. This is 100% due to the transformation. And issue 2 stems from the fact that his head's kind of there. However, you can't really see that it is his head. I originally thought that I would get away with it being some form of backlight, but it would make more sense if it was red rather than blue. Minor issues out of the way, I'm still very proud of Prowl's alternate mode. So now let's get into some quick size comparisons. Here is Prowl compared to a Studio Series Bumblebee, a Spider-Man, and a minifigure. Now the last thing I want to talk about before we get into the transformation is this. One little accessory. In the show, Prowl uses 2 shurikens, however, I can only find one in my collection. There's no way you can properly store it on the vehicle mode, other than on his handlebar, which looks a little bit unusual. Or you could store it just there, which has got the same sort of clip the handlebar does, which I think looks a little bit better. But anyway, now it's time to go into the transformation.
Whatever it takes to get the job done, right? The ninja bot, not the weapon.
And here is Prowl in his robot mode. The first thing that I would like to point out is that Prowl's eye is clearly way too big. However, that's really the only issue I have with this robot mode. I think if you've seen the show, it's clearly meant to represent Prowl from the earlier seasons, and I think I've done quite a good job. I especially love the fact that I've managed to make him 99% kibbleless. The only bits of kibble are the clips here and this slope on his back. If we bring back in his shuriken from the vehicle mode, we can clip this under there just like so. Because of how the hands are built, he can't actually hold them. However, you can just flip around the forearm to make it look like he is. And there is Prowl with the shuriken. And because of the amount of articulation this guy possesses, you can get him in some pretty wacky poses. One of the best parts about this guy's articulation is just because of how the transformation happens, he ends up with a complete, beautiful ankle tilt. I mean, come on, just look at that. Now, unfortunately, there's not much else to say about Prowl. I've had a lot of fun building him, and I've really enjoyed the process of figuring out his transformation. However, he's pretty small and pretty self-explanatory. What you see is what you get. So now, let's get into some size comparisons. Here is Prowl compared to Masterpiece Bumblebee, a Spider-Man, and a minifigure. So yes, that is pretty much everything I have to say about Prowl. I've had so much fun building this guy, but I don't think I will be building any more animated characters from here. Animated is one of my favourite shows and I really do enjoy it. However, the proportions and art style is just so difficult to translate into LEGO. I'm just not going to, if I'm being honest. I have no idea what I'm going to build next, but that's fine. I'm enjoying making these videos, so it will come when it's ready. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.